Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today I'm going to continue reviewing the RWBY Volume 6 soundtrack, and this time I'm going to be going over my thoughts on Forever Fall. So, I will go into the song, its lyrics, and then give my overall opinion on the song. So sit back, relax. I hope you all enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started. So, Forever Fall. This is a song that many fans have had some very emotional moments with, considering that the song is very emotional, both in a beautiful way, but also in a very sad way as well. And I've heard some of you tell me that you've actually cried while listening to this song. And that's understandable as to why. It's a very sad song about Pyrrha, and it certainly brings up multiple emotions. Emotions of joy when it comes to thinking about Pyrrha, but at the same time, emotions of sorrow, considering that she is no longer in the series. So, it's one of those double edged sword kind of songs. And the song itself starts out with the music being very calm, very soothing, and it feels like a good song to listen to just from the start. I mean, it's, like I said, very soothing, and I do like the start. It definitely starts off well. And so I'm going to go into the lyrics now. So, once, like a dream, you looked at me and everything felt new. Time slipped away, the path seemed to fade, my heart restored by you. And I know for some it's temporary, like a shooting star, soon out of view, but this will always be. It's my destiny to be in love with you. Now, starting off with the lyrics, this is pretty interesting because once like a dream, sometimes when you think back on how it feels, whenever you see someone that you may be attracted to, or you may find somebody that you actually do have strong feelings for, it does feel like it is a dream. It feels like it's a fantasy that you've fallen into. And I like how that is just thrown out there because it can feel like a dream. It really, really can. And when you look back on it, sometimes you think that, man, like, was this real? So I do like that. And it said that you looked at me and everything felt new because whenever you do fall for someone, it is a new feeling. It is very different. And I do like how that is really being explained here. And then going forward, where it said that the time slipped away. I mean, it's like they say, whenever you're having fun, it's like the time just passes by, and it really does. Whenever you're having fun, just time just goes by you, and you just don't even realize sometimes. And I really do like that. And how it says, my heart restored by you. Now, this goes into the conflicts that Pyrrha did have while she was growing up. Now, keep that lyric in mind of how it states, my heart restored by you. So that is important, and I'm going to go more into that later. And how they say for some it's temporary, that's true. Sometimes you have feelings for someone and it's not always there. Like sometimes you'll feel it in the beginning and then later on it could fade for several reasons. Either it could be platonically or it could also be because maybe you just didn't see that person the same way you did when you first met them. But one line that really stands out in the lyrics is, it's my destiny to be in love with you. And that goes to how Pyrrha believed in destiny. And she felt that it was that for her to fall in love with John. So there's that. Now, continuing on with some of the other lyrics. Some people fall in love for life. Others never get it right. Love's fickle when it calls. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives endure. You're my forever fall. Now, this is the main lyric here. And the big thing that's important is that when it states some people fall in love for life and others never get it right, that is true. I mean, sometimes things work out, and I mean, yeah, it's the sad truth of love about how it doesn't always work out sometimes. Sometimes you find someone and it goes well in the beginning and then it may not work. It may fall apart at a certain point in time. But then, there are also times to where you find somebody and you fall in love with them and it continues to gradually increase over time and it just gets better. And then, you know, sometimes love will last for the rest of your lifetime and it could be a very beautiful thing. But what I also like here is in the lyrics, longer than our lives endure, you're my forever fall. The one thing I like is whenever it comes down to it, people say, "Oh well, I fell for you, forever fall," and Pyrrha forever fell for Jean. I do think that that's a pretty powerful way to look at it. Not only that, but it's a reference to the forest forever fall and Vale. So I think that that was actually a pretty good way to put two and two together. But I'm just saying. Anyways, so moving on to the next bit of the lyrics here. Your trust honestly helped me believe. A ray of hope shined through. You set me free. Saw what the world couldn't see. I found my joy in you. Every life is filled with passing moments. Like the seasons change, they come and go. But this is infinite. Not even death could separate our souls, 'cause you're my final goal. Now, the one thing that's important that I want to go back on now is my heart restored by you. Now, when you think about that, and then you think about these lyrics right here now, your trust honestly helped me believe, a ray of hope shine through, you set me free. Well, this goes back to the song Shine also, because in the song Shine, we learn that Pyrrha felt like she was alone all of her life. She felt like because she was put on a pedestal and that everybody saw her as someone that was so great and so talented that she was in her own league, and that when it comes down to it, she felt like nobody would ever see her as a normal person because of her being a 5-time champion, because of Pyrrha having such great skills, and also because she was also the mascot for Pumpkin Pete cereal. So, Pyrrha just wanted to be normal. That's all she ever wanted. And since nobody saw her that way, it just made her feel like she was always going to be seen as someone that was better than others. And when you think back on when Jean met Pyrrha, he didn't see her as someone that was special. He just saw her as a normal person like everybody else. And when Weiss explained who Pyrrha was, of course, he was surprised at that moment. But even after that, he still treated her like a normal person, and that's what she always wanted. Hence why the lyrics state, saw what the world couldn't see, because Jean saw Pyrrha as just a normal person, and that's all Pyrrha ever wanted at the end of the day. And if you go back to Volume 2, when you think about the dance, and how Jean had believed that Pyrrha would have actually had a date for the dance, because he thought that other people would have wanted her to go with them, she states that nobody asked her. And that's because they saw her as this talented individual that they were afraid. They were terrified because they were nervous, or they thought that, oh, this person's too good for me. And that tends to happen sometimes. And, when you think about it, Jean himself was the one that Pyrrha wanted to be with, and she actually even stated that she wanted to be with Jean, that she wanted him to be her date for the dance. And, that's a pretty big thing to think about. And also at the same time, when it says, I found my joy in you, you see it. I mean, you really see how Pyrrha was actually happy with Jean. And it was actually a pretty nice thing. I mean, it was subtle moments, and I have to say that Arcos, for example, was actually pretty well written romantically, and you could see the subtlety in it, and it didn't feel rushed, and you could see those joyous moments between Pyrrha and Jean. And the one thing that is really good within the lyrics that I also like is every life is filled with passing moments. Like the seasons change, they come and go, but this is infinite. Nothing, even death, could separate our souls. I really do enjoy that because every moment in life, yeah, they come and go. And that's actually true. And you will remember the good times, you'll remember the bad, you'll remember the happy, the sad, the frustrating times. And they do come and go. But overall, when you think about it, being with somebody, you will think back on all those moments and you will treasure them. And you'll most certainly want to make more. And the thing is, even in death, which I like this in the lyrics also when it states, nothing, even death, could separate our souls because you're my final goal. The thing is, that's stating that love continues no matter what. Even if one of them dies and the other's still alive, the one that did die still loves the one that's alive. That it doesn't cease. And that love is eternal, and that it can be. I actually do enjoy that. I think that is really great. And then the lyrics, of course, go on to repeat. And I'll say, I think this is a good way to pay respects to Pyrrha's character, and at the same time, I think that this song is a very powerful song for Pyrrha fans, because Pyrrha, I think, was one of the best characters out there. But if I had to give this song an overall rating, my final score for the song would definitely be an 8.5 out of 10, because the song has an excellent message. I think that it's very fantastic in itself. I think it is a good nod to Pyrrha's character, and it does continue to pick up on things that Shine did talk about how Pyrrha felt like she was all on her own, that she felt like she was alone, and that Jean was the one who brought her out of that depression, out of that darkness, and brought joy to her life. And this song continues on that message, and I really do like that, because we do know that Pyrrha from Shine itself did talk about how, because of her being put up on a pedestal, being seen as someone that was so great, she was secluded, she was isolated, and she felt like because she was seen as someone that was greater or better or more talented than others, that it really put her just in a secluded area away from everyone else when all she wanted was to be normal. This song goes into that. And when you think about it, what this could teach the audience is that we all want to be seen as normal people. We all want to be accepted as if we are equals. We all want to be seen as equals. And that's how Pyrrha wanted to be seen as. She didn't want to be seen as somebody that was better than other people. She wanted to be seen as an equal. And Jean was the one who saw her as an equal rather than someone that was higher or better. And I think that that's how we all want to be seen as. And I have to say that I think Jeff Williams really understands many of the characters, and this song proves that he certainly understood Pyrrha whenever he was coming up with the lyrics for the song. And I really do like that. And at the same time, the song teaches you of love and how powerful love can be, how it can change one's entire perspective, and how no matter what, love can be eternal even in death. That Pyrrha will forever be watching over Jean. She will always love Jean, even in death. And I really do like that. I really do enjoy that. And that, like I stated, it changes your perspective. A person can completely change your life. And the prime example here is Pyrrha. Obviously, Jean changed her life. He made her life happier, made it better. And, I think that that's a very beautiful thing. And love can change people. It really can soften up some of the hardest of people. And your whole entire perspective of the world and people can change just by love in itself. And I think that that's very vital. I think that's a very vital message that this sends. And I really do enjoy that. And while at the same time the song does talk about how love sometimes doesn't work for people, it doesn't sometimes. But, once you do get that right, it can be eternal and it can continue to grow and flourish. And I think that this song was most certainly a perfect song for Pyrrha. I think that it was very good. And I have to say, I really did overall enjoy this song. And I think that it is definitely a excellent homage to Pyrrha's character. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, share this video with your friends if you found this informative or useful, and follow me on Discord. Link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow can always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.